Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I am coming to y'all with a full moon collective reading for this full moon in Virgo that is occurring on March the 7th of 2023. So the decks that I do have in front of me are the Pastel Journey by Vanessa Samina, the I Am Keyera Oracle deck by yours truly, Keyera, me, and we also have the Moonology Oracle deck by Yasmin Bolin. Alright, so I believe I used these decks in the last full moon reading, which is not a coincidence, or it could be a coincidence. It's not, I didn't do it on purpose, what I'm trying to say. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into this reading. So I just want to say that this is a collective reading for the collective. So if the message does not resonate with you, simply leave that message where it is. Do not force any message that does not apply to you, because it could be intended for another viewer or watcher of this video. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and move these cards out the way and get straight into your reading. I don't want to hold y'all too much on this reading. I'm getting straight into it today. So let's go ahead and get right into it. And I think I want to start with the I Am Keyera Oracle deck today, because I always do that deck last, and I feel like I want to start with that first today. I am drinking some lavender tea. It is so good. I typically do not put sugar in my tea, and I did it today, and I think that's why it's so good. But I'm gonna try to stay away from it. All right, so what is this full moon looking like for the viewers who are watching this video? What is this full moon looking like for the viewers that are watching this video and the viewer that will come across this video? For the full moon in Virgo on March the 7th of 2023. What is some messages for the viewers of this video? I'm gonna try to do a rapid read because I like that style when I read for myself, and I feel like it's very, very straight to the point. And I feel like when you're doing a collective reading, a rapid read is sometimes what's best, instead of trying to focus on one message. I'm gonna keep that card. I just felt like I needed to keep that card. There we go. Okay. All right. So, ooh, I thought that was like 2 cards, and look at all these cards that came out for y'all. Okay, so we have, this card is a quote card from the I Am Keyera Oracle deck, and I will go ahead and read it for you. Learning to understand your mind is one of the best things you can do for yourself. We spend our whole life trying to understand everyone around us while neglecting the most important key to our reality. And when I made that quote, the most important key to your reality is your mind, because you are in control of your reality. And if your thoughts are not aligned with the reality you see for yourself, then you're not going to be in alignment with what is true to you. So, and I will read that quote again just in case. Learning to understand your mind is one of the best things you can do for yourself. We spend our whole life trying to understand everyone around us while neglecting the most important key to our reality. Alrighty, so that is the first quote from your reading. We have another quote here. We have, appreciate the present moment. Don't live every second stuck in the past, feelings, thoughts, and mistakes. You can't change your past and you can't predict your future, but you can change what you do here and now. And the affirmation for this card is, I am free from my past self and I walk in alignment with my highest self. All right, so I feel like this full moon, you guys need to release control over negative thought patterns. And then we also have the spend time alone card. So that is just confirming what I just stated. Spend time alone, learn your mind, learn how you think and how you navigate your world, instead of focusing on what others think or what others view or how they think your life should be going, or even how you think your life should be going in this very, very moment. We also have be patient. So be patient to whatever plans and goals that arise for you. Be patient to the outcomes that you see for yourself. If something is not going your way, simply be patient and just, calm yourself. Learn how to calm yourself and try to focus on the here and now instead of focusing on the future. And I feel like you may be rushing yourself, but this full moon is a time to release that control of trying to predict what is going to happen. And I try not to I'm not knocking any readers that try to predict the future, but I try not to be a reader that predicts the future in a sense, because you really can't predict the future because you have free will and free choice. But my readings, typically, I don't like to go in the direction of trying to predict the future. It's always giving advice for the here and now. And I feel like just being patient and focusing on the here and now is something that you can do for yourself. And we also have the card, take a break. Like I said, spend time alone, take a break, be patient. This is calling you to sit out this full moon in Virgo. and sit out and figure out. We have the time is right. Okay, so sit out, figure out when the time is right for you and your story. But it's going to take you some time to figure out when this is. Let me make sure these cards are all in focus. So just sit and figure out what is going to work best for you when it comes to your mental health. Like spending this time alone, maybe practicing some grounding rituals or meditating rituals this full moon, learning how to release, maybe even doing a releasing ritual. I do not know the exact steps of doing a releasing ritual, if we're being completely honest, because I really only do it when I follow other people's like guidance on releasing rituals. But you can look up videos on how to do a releasing ritual, how to eliminate negative thought patterns in your mind, eliminate things that are blocking you from your certain blessings this full moon in Virgo. So yeah, let's get some. I said rapid read. We're not pondering on any messages. Oh, that card just came out. We're not pondering on any messages. We're getting straight to the point in here. So let's just rapid read really quickly, because I want this message to not be too quick, but I don't want to be here for 40 minutes for a moon message for the collective. Like, I don't want to do that to you this full moon. I'm trying not to do that every full moon, but just let's do some rapid reads. Okay, I'm going to keep this card because it act like it didn't want to go back in the deck. Okay, so this first card that came out is time to take action. Full moon in Aries. Okay. And I feel like I said, you need to take a break, be patient, spend time alone. And I think with the full moon, that is the energy. But after this full moon, once you gain your clarity on the direction that you want to head in, then it's time for you to take action on these goals or this new outlook that you have. And once you block out all the outside noise, block out what everyone else is wanting from you, what everyone else is expected from you, then you'll understand that this is direction that I need to go in. And we also have your commitment is being tested. And I think what this card is giving for this reading is that once you take your break, spend your time alone, figure out your mental health and your mental clarity first, you'll have a better understanding on which direction, like I said, to go in. And your commitment is going to be tested after you get yourself together mentally, after you stop trying to control the future or living in the past. Your commitment is going to be tested on whether or not you can continue to stay on that streak of living with a healthier mindset. I can't even get the words out. Living with a healthier mindset, learning how to be alone, learning how to redirect negative thoughts. I wouldn't say negative. I don't really like to say negative thoughts, because thoughts are thoughts, and thoughts don't know if they're negative or positive. They kind of just be there. They're thoughts. And I think when you start to spend time alone and you start to understand how to reroute a thought, if that makes sense, you'll understand it a little bit more. And just I feel like this is calling you to go into like some sort of like hermit mode for a brief second this full moon. Like, definitely I'm encouraging you to spend time alone this full moon, because I feel like that's just what these first cards are saying. Just spend a little bit of time alone, so that when it's time to get back into action and you are being tested, your commitment is being tested to stay on this steady path of this I feel like there's a mindset shift that's going to be happening for you. And I think with this being a full moon in Virgo, it kind of makes sense as to why it's more of like the analytical thinking, like in how you think, the thought process and things like that, because Virgo is Mercury ruled, which is about thinking, communication, writing, speaking, and all things like that. So I feel like your commitment is going to be tested in those sense. And also just to kind of, maybe you're the type of person that speaks to other people or you give advice to other people a lot, and your commitment is going to be tested on whether or not you can still hold up doing that for other people and still keep yourself grounded and centered without taking on the baggage of other people. That is just a random message. It may be meant for maybe meant for someone, maybe not. I'm gonna get a couple more cards, maybe one or two cards, however many cards actually gonna come out, but from the Moonology before we move into the tarot. Oh, that was going to be a lot. That was going to be so many cards for y'all. All right, let's stop here. Okay, we also have balance, spirituality, and practicality. I feel like I always say that word wrong. And this makes sense. Full moon in Pisces, by the way, this is what that card is. It makes sense. We're going to go ahead and go with the next card on top too. And we have a new start is coming. This makes so much sense as well. So with the first card that came up, balance, spirituality, and practicality, I feel like your mental, spiritual world is what you need to find balance in the real world. And I feel like once you take this break and spend some time alone, you're going to have a fresh new start, like I said before, where you are. This card is so beautiful, by the way, but you're going to have a fresh new start, like I said before, where you can take action and, you know, put yourself on the right path. But do know when your commitment is tested during this new journey, this new start to your whatever you have going on after this full moon, is not a sign to give up. And I feel like when you take this time out, spend this time alone, gather your thoughts, figure out how you can navigate and move through negative thoughts without being stuck in the past or focus on the future. Once you figure that out, you'll be able to understand, this cannot stop me from getting to where I need to go. My thoughts are my thoughts, but I create my reality, and I don't need my thoughts blocking me from the reality that I want to create for myself. And that's a something that you could think about. Just, you are the creator of your reality. Your thoughts create your reality, because your thoughts is what drives you to make the decisions throughout your entire day. So if you don't have a clear mind, clear thoughts, clear thought pattern, then you won't be able to focus on the things that you need to do. You won't be able to focus on how to take action. And coming from someone who is experiencing this in this very moment, not right now, but, you know, like right now in my life, like I'm going through a phase of trying to gain mental clarity on what I'm supposed to be doing, because it's really, really hard to focus on what I'm supposed to be doing when everything in my life in this moment is driving me crazy. Let's just be honest. It's driving me crazy. And it's hard for me to take action on stuff when it's constantly this problem after that problem and that problem after this problem. But you have to learn how to silence that noise and move through that. Move through all of it. And like I said, find that balance where, you know, okay, that's a thought. I thought about it. Okay, but how can I move forward with my day? How can I move forward with my plans? How can I not let this be the time where I keep going back to where I started, because I keep knocking myself back down, because I keep letting my thoughts get the best of me? It's time for you to step forward. It's time for you to become that new version of yourself. And I feel like this is going to be a very powerful full moon for you, from the simple fact of, it's your time. It's your time. These cards are telling you it's your time, but it also can only be your time if you allow it to be. Because like I say, you have free will. No one can predict the future for you. You have free will to do whatever you please and whatever you want. So if you don't choose to move forward, you won't ever move forward. You won't ever take this action if you don't choose to. If you don't get your thoughts in order, if you don't get your mindset shift in order, you won't ever move from the place that you are now to the place that you want to be. And let's get some tarot cards just to kind of soften that up. You have to not block out the negative thoughts, but you have to be able to not let them affect you the way that they once did, or the way that they are right now currently. Don't allow these thoughts to be the dampener of your mood, the damage of your day, or even the cause of your problems, or the lack of motivation for you. You are in control of it. And I just start meditating. I feel like I just keep thinking about meditating and journaling, writing down how you feel about certain situations. Just journal, meditate. And you don't have to, like, when I first started meditating, I thought that it was a sense that I had to meditate every freaking day for 30, 40 minutes to an hour. Girl, I meditate between 5 to 10 minutes a day. And I recently upped it to like 20 minutes. But with this 20-minute that I'm doing, I'm actually doing affirmations. So it's not necessarily it's a form of meditation, but it's not necessarily just sitting there, in complete silence or just with meditation music. But I really firmly believe that if you are watching this video and if you feel called to, that it's time for you to start meditating. We have the Queen of Cups, someone who is in charge of their emotions, someone who knows exactly what they want out of the situation, and you know exactly what you want and what you need. And you don't let outside influences control the way you feel on the inside. So be that for your thoughts. Don't let your thoughts control how you feel and how you get stuff done. Okay, so we also have the Knight of Wands. Oh, that's coming in with that take action card. Girl, it's time for, or guy, it's time for you to get into action of your plans. It's time for you to get into action and stop procrastinating and allowing yourself to be, you are literally in your own way. Just to simply put it that way. You are in your own way, and I feel like it's time for you to stop being in your own way. Take that action on whatever you set out for yourself. And with the Knight of Cups, although we are going to be taking action on this new journey, I feel like it's still a time for you to take things slow. And then we have the time is, I'm sorry, I was reading this card. We have the Star. And with the time is right connected with the Star, I feel like it's time for you to shine bright like you're supposed to. It's time for you to step into your the new version of you. It's time for you to shift your mindset. I feel like this is going to be huge what am I saying? It's going to be a huge mind shift for you. It's going to be a huge eye opener for you once you come from this other side of everything. Once you release and let go of the things that you cannot control, release and let go of, negative thought patterns, release and let go of what you no longer want, and you step into the new version of you. I feel like this is going to be all the new version of you. The Star, the Queen of Cups, even the Knight of Cups, is all going to be the new version of you. Even with the Knight of Wands, just being able to make a plan, stick to it, and get it done is all going to be the best plan for you. I'm sorry, every time I start shuffling I lose my word, but I constantly pick up the card to shuffle for some reason. I don't know why. Okay, a card just fell. Okay, so we have a Strength card. Strength is going to be the key thing for you. Strength, dedication, and taking the time. Just taking the time to allow yourself to feel. And I feel like with the Knight of Cups, I feel like emotionally you're going to be in the fields of a lot of situations, but also just having the strength and the courage to move past all of it, or even leave the past in the past. Having the strength and the courage to leave the past in the past is going to be something that you're going to be working through this full moon. And I just kind of want to touch on the numbers and numerology that I'm seeing so far, because there's only been 2 cards with numbers in this 8, and then we also have the 17, which is Star, but numerology 17 breaks down to an 8, so maybe you guys are going to be seeing the number 888. And if I'm not mistaken, the number 888 is abundance, is wealth. What else can 8 stand for? Any takeaway from this video, I will say go and look up what the angel number 888 means and see which message resonates with you, because there are 8s coming in your reading, and I feel like there's going to be some messages here when it comes to when it comes to the number 8s. Like, you're probably going to be seeing a lot of 8s to confirm that you are close to that new version of yourself, and leaving that old past version in the past. I said I was doing a rapid reading. For some reason I just don't even know how to do that because I talk too much. Look at there. Okay, maybe this is the rapid that we're going to need without being stuck on a message, okay? Because a lot of cards just came out. And all right, so we have the Judgment card. And just coming off of this entire reading, the overall wrap of this reading, I feel like just don't be so hard on yourself. Don't judge yourself too harshly if you do decide, or if you do think back to negative thoughts. We also have the Princess of Cups, which is relation to the Page of Cups. Why can't I think of that? The Page of Cups. And I feel like there's going to be some new energy, some new just fun, like just having fun. I feel like you're going to be having more fun when you come out into this new version of yourself instead of being so just down and out and judging yourself so much. We also have the Six of Wands is all about a victory. There's going to be some victory after you take this action. There's going to be some victory for you. We also have the Justice card, which is the number 11, which breaks down to number 2. We also have the 20, which is a 2, so you might be seeing 8s and 2s. And then we also have the Princess of Pentacles, which is going to be coming in your reading. Also, I feel like that's just like the new inspired ideas, having that drive to go after your ideas. We have the Princess of Pentacles and we also have the Knight of Wands, and they're not in the same suit, but in a sense I feel like you having this inspired idea to go after things in the physical world once you come out of this, out of your spiritual practices of, meditating, grounding yourself, getting clarity, and then you're going to be able to take action, just how it's time to take action on this Moon card. And we also have the Princess of Swords, and this is so beautiful wrapping up your reading because the Swords is all about thoughts and your thought patterns. And the Princess of Swords in this reading, I feel like is coming through as you are finally getting that new feel for your thoughts. You're finally understanding your thoughts and the way you think and how your thinking can create the moods, your day, your actions, and things like that. I want to read from this book of the Princess of Swords because I'm making y'all reading longer than it needs to be, but it's okay. I am going to read from the Princess of Swords because I kind of just want to read what it means for y'all. Okay, so we have the Princess of Swords. Innovative and unique views are brought to you by the Princess of Swords. If this relates to the person you know, be open-minded to their ideas no matter how unconventional they are. You can learn more from them than meets the eye. Their ability to explore and discover new concepts or plans is what makes them so special. But be aware that some problematic circumstances may arise from their risk-taking, in which the Princess of Swords faces a rude awakening. Being curious and naive may open up some doors, but also make you bump your head every now and again. So just to wrap up your reading with the Princess of Swords, I feel like you're not afraid anymore to take action. You're not afraid. You're not letting your thoughts get in the way. You're not letting anything get in your way. You're not letting it stop you. You're finally gaining this strength. You're finally gaining the strength to do what needs to be done to get you where you need to be. But that is what I have for you for this full moon reading in Virgo that's happening on March the 7th. If you did resonate with this reading, comment down below, let me know how so, and I will catch you back for another reading or another video when I upload. Thanks so much for watching.